Hey guys, in this video I wanted to go over my user interface and just kind of talk about my add-ons a little bit and what you can see here on the display screen itself. If you're kind of curious to know what the other add-ons that I'm using, I'll list all of those directly below in the description. But for the sake of this video here, let's just talk about what you can see on the screen, starting with Mistress Diablo Orbs. Now, for those of you guys who have played Diablo, it's set up in the same way where you've got this demon here kind of holding your health globe on the left, and then you've got this angel holding the resource globe on the right. So if you're a caster, it kind of tracks it, the mana being the blue kind of resource that we've got here to represent that, the big number representing the percentage, the small number showing the value of mana itself. If you're a rogue or you kind of have a different specialization like Feral Druid here, you're now dealing with energy. Now you can see the maximum value is 120, still at 100% when you're full. So it's really cool how you can track it in that regard. It works the same way with warriors and guardian druids to kind of track rage. It just shows up in different colors. You can customize it in any way that you want through the little Mistress Diablo Orbs button that shows up on your mini-map. You can go into the health orb option to kind of change some of the textures to make it look like a galaxy, or even go into some of the skin styles, and then you can change the colors of that. I think that looks really cool actually. Then you can set it to that if you wanted to, commit changes. Now you've got that to show up that way. It's really great. And yeah, you can change the size of it with this global scale and everything. So I think that's really neat. And I just like how for such a simple add-on you can have all that depth to it, to the customization of whatever you want your globes to look like. It works really well with this next add-on, which is called Bartender 4. It's how all my abilities are kind of set up here, and same with the spells to display on the screen. You can track it however you want. With this interface option, you can't actually see the add-on itself in the add-ons menu, but you have to kind of know the command to get into it. So you can get into it very similar to clicking the icon like you would for Mistress Diablo Orbs. It shows up on your minimap. If you don't have this icon, you can always access the command with /BT or /bartender. And of course, if you don't know the commands, you can always just refer to where you downloaded the website. And in this case, I got the add-on from Curse Gaming. But once you get into the bartender itself, you can see here you can kind of customize it. Normally you'd start out with the actual Blizzard art bar. This would be enabled. It would show up at the very bottom. I've obviously customized and moved it around. I've disabled it, but you can disable any of these bars. Then you've got 10 other bars to kind of play around with outside of the other ones, like your micro menus and stuff like that. And then once you're in those bars, you can kind of customize the scale and size of them. You can choose how many buttons you want. Lots of various options. It's really great. You've even got a key binding menu built into it by typing /KB, and then you can just hover over whatever ability you have on your screen and then hit whatever key on your keyboard or mouse that you want to set it to, and then click OK. If you want it to save through all of your characters, you can click this as well. It's really great, or unclick it. It's just a great customizational tool at your disposal, and I really like how it works with all the other add-ons that I have. The next add-on being Sexy Map. Not too much I've ever customized with this one, but when you open up the interface, you can see that there is this tab where you can kind of customize various options. I've only ever unlocked and locked it to pretty much move it from the top right, and I've just tucked it in here kind of to the bottom right to kind of keep it clean looking with the rest of my other interface. And it sits right next to this SCADA. Now SCADA is another add-on here which is really great for just kind of tracking analytics in combat, whether you're in raiding or you're in PvP or something like that. But you can kind of right click on it. As you can see there, I was kind of tracking my total values for damage throughout the entire raid in Hellfire Citadel Heroic kind of thing. So it's really great for just kind of seeing where I'm at and tracking my progression with how I'm doing in certain mechanics. I can see how much damage I've taken from a certain fight, from a certain boss. It's just really cool. I could look at a certain fight like Manaroth or whatever, and then just look at my damage there, and then I can compare it to how much damage I've taken there. And it's really cool to just kind of look at how everything is set up, and it's just really great to see where you want to go with how you're doing with your character. Just pretty much to track anything you want to track. You can use it in many different ways. Now the final add-on that I want to talk about here is called Move Anything. It's pretty much what I use to clean up my user interface after I've done all my customization. After I've done all my customization and move things around as much as I wanted to, you pretty much just go into the actual Move Anything add-on, which is in your game menu. You don't even have to go into the interface for it. It's really nice. But you can kind of open up any tab if you wanted to access it. In this case, I've opened up my Achievements and Quest tab. If I reset it, this is normally where the Quest tab would show up because the mini-map would be here in the top right. But I just select this mover over my Objectives window, and now I've got this selected where I can move it and tuck it in next to my buffs. Now it looks all nice and clean and tidy there, and I don't have that big open space. So that's pretty much how to customize that, and those are all the add-ons that I used here on the screen, guys. Hopefully you found that helpful. Definitely refer to the other add-ons below if you're curious about those in the description, but thanks a ton for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next video.